because they might get offended. Like even I'm from a normal college and a normal CGPA and a
Yeah, yeah.
department. So what you can still do it well, right?
Yeah, that definitely that's what happened. So it should not become
Hmm.
the escape hatch in your head.
Hello everyone. Today we have with us Santosh. He's from ANC department from my same college and same batch, and he had been to internship for IIT Delhi, and he's also got on-campus opportunities from Toshiba, and he'll introduce more about himself on where he's currently working. Hi Santosh.
Hi, Shashank. Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So can you introduce about yourself? Where are you currently working?
yeah, sure. Yeah, hi, guys. This is T. Santosh Kumar, and I and Shashank studied in the same degree college. Yeah, I was offered in the Toshiba, and currently I'm working in a multi-core MCW, which is located at Chennai, and there I'm working on as a machine learning base. I am working on machine learning projects, and currently I'm working in the AI domain, and we write kernels for AI applications. Yeah.
Okay. So Santosh had
This.
cracked the DSE role at Infosys through both HackwithInfy and InfyTQ, and today he is here to share us his experience with both.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, actually, I am from as I am from EC background. It was very challenging to go with coding based interviews like InfyTQ and other things, because the hack with Infy purely based on the coding. So as most of the in most of the colleges, it's very difficult. It's like the EC people will not be having the flexibility to code, so that's why most of the people hesitate to come into this kind of exams like hack with Infy and all. So in the preliminary itself, so most of the people won't write. So actually it's not true. If you have some basic knowledge of the data structures, so you can easily work. So that's what I meant to, I mean, that's what I learned from this interview, from that,
Mhm.
uh, and the first thing. And to cover in precise, like, so keep learning. It's not it's like you should have some dedicated you should allocate some dedicated time for the practice. If you practice, I think you can crack. It's not that difficult.
Mhm.
uh, yeah, I just wanted to tell with respect to department. So if you are not confident enough, as you are coming from EC or some mechanical, no, it's not like that. You can easily, so based on some practice, you can anyhow try your best. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
right. So we can start with your journey, like how are the few rounds and how well you had applied for this to InfyTQ and HackwithInfy.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I saw. Actually, I was a part of both Hack with Infy as well as InfyTQ. Actually, the InfyTQ Hack with Infy, I got the mail from my college side. So I got to know that there is something called Hack with Infy, and there they give some three coding questions, and based on that, they start evaluating us for the specialist role or the power programmer role in Infosys. Um, yeah, so preliminary I will just register and wait for the InfyTQ team to give their questions. So that's one. And with respect to InfyTQ, so it's another some engineer qualification kind of exam. So there you not only data structure, it's not only the coding exam, but also you should have some basic. You'll be having some multiple choice questions, like based on some OS concepts, and most of the questions will be on DBMS, so database management system.
Mhm.
So actually in electronics, there is no database management system course. So in most of the
Mhm.
colleges, they don't offer. So it's the best way to learn. That is, so usually the NPTQ is a qualification exam. So at least you should get more than 75% or 60%. So if you
Mhm.
want to qualify more than 75%, so you should, if you know the minimal, uh, but when we wrote, it was 65% actually. So if you know basics of the DBMS, then it's fine. So to learn DBMS, I used W3 school. So it's really nice. So if you you can read as well as there are some examples which are having blanks, so you can fill those blanks and you can try it out. It's
Right.
really nice. So if you know the basics of if you can learn easily those some basics in 1 or 2 days, that it should not take much time about DBMS. It's really easy. And the opportunity is, so the problem is, whenever you start seeing those lines, you start understanding them. So select some from table to another table. The problem comes when you have to write something. So the advantage in InfyTQ is they will be providing with you some options. So if you start seeing the options, you will get to know, okay, so to do this operation, this option is doing so and so on the updates on the table. So you can get that. So you have advantage of multiple choice there. So all these questions will be based on multiple choice. So you can easily correct that. It should not be much. Yeah.
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 So after that, how are the further rounds, like interview, face-to-face round?
Yeah, interview face-to-face round. Actually, we asked our seniors experience. So based on their suggestion, so the thing is, once we cracked the InfyTQ and Hack with Infy. So for the Hack with Infy, you will be having second round. I mean, actually Hack with Infy goes with the 3 rounds: first round, second round, third round. So third round, if you qualify that round, you will be offered with a power programmer role. So for top 100, they will give some power programmer role. But at the same time, if you are at the same time, the both will be happening parallelly. If you go to the InfyTQ, so in the InfyTQ, if you qualify the exam with the minimum percentage what they are expecting, so the next round itself will be the interview round. Okay, so if you so in the interview round, it will be, if it is face to face, in the InfyTQ based first interview round. So there won't be much technicalities involved. So you just ask your personal experience, CGPA, you just see your resume, and just ask some few questions from the exam only what you have written that day. So they will try to just go through your, most of the time they just try to understand you, that's all. Because whatever the interview you are focusing there, it's just for 3.25 lakh. I mean, it's now they are using 3.6, I guess. Yeah. So if you qualify that round, so you are for you 3.6 will be reserved. So it's like you have reserved your position in Infosys there. So if you want to crack more, I mean, suppose if you want to go for specialist role where they offer 5 lakhs. So again, so based on this InfyTQ, after this interview, so they will select for the next interview. Based on this interview performance, they will select the next interview. So there a lot of technicalities will be happening. So when I talk about the InfyTQ perspective, at the same time, if I talk about Hack with Infy perspective, the Hack with Infy, after first round they will call for the second round. In the second round also, you try to write 3 coding questions. So the coding complexity increases however you go higher and higher.
Yeah, but
So
this time I think they merged the first 2 rounds, like only one online and then they have on-sites.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So okay, then it's fine. But yeah. So whenever you go to the next round, also there also they call for interview. So there usually they try to merge at the second level. So actually the thing is, in background, both the InfyTQ and HackwithInfy both are handled by a single team in Infosys. So yeah. So that's. It's one thing. So that in the second round, it will be a little bit complex. So they ask a lot of data structures based questions, and most of them will be filled with data structure itself. They ask to code also sometime. So write a code for some logic using DSF and BSF, so kind of things. And sometimes it will go to until trees as also. So it should be good if you know some, if you have knowledge of data structures, and also you should know how to code. So if you don't know about, if you know minimal, you can just crack. But yeah, so sometimes they ask you to write the logic there.
Yeah.
That's what happened for us. Yeah.
So it's better to be prepared with all those basic data structures.
Yeah, I feel it's prepared. Yeah, I think, say, if you are aiming for, if you're aiming for power programmer role in Infosys, or for specialist at least, what I feel is at least you should have some pre-planned preparation of at least 2 months or 3 months. It It will be very much nice. I mean, there is no probability of you not cracking the interview. So it's like you will be confident. That's all. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So I think we can move on to some Q&A sessions, like especially for you, what are your thoughts on whether department matters? Because many people think, okay, I'm from this department, or will the interviewer be like willing to take me, or is it like it won't matter?
Actually, if I want to share a funny fact, right? I have come from EC, so so the interviewer, when I first get into the interview, this chamber, he just started asking questions. So I on some OS concept and some DBMS concept also. So I just told him in a hurry. He's like, yes sir, I am from EC background. Actually, I don't have a clear course overview, but I know some basics, so that's why I was able to crack InfyTQ. So he told me, like, he laughed at me and he told, okay, see, I am from mechanical background and I am interviewing you, something like that. Yeah. So
Okay.
if it's in industry, like, so it's all course oriented something. So if you are working on something, you learn the course, you execute that. So
Right.
that's all. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think
I
one
think it
important
should not
lesson
matter.
is like
Yeah.
we should try regardless of whether whatever department CGPA college we are, like we should not expect pity, like in the beginning itself we should not say like this is how or what we are, because they might get offended. Like even I'm from a normal college and a normal CGPA and a
Yeah. Yeah.
department, so what you can still do it well, right?
Definitely that's what happened. So it should not become the
Hmm.
escape hatch in your head, something like that.
Right, right.
You can see with minimal efforts you can crack. It's not a problem. You have
Hmm.
a source. Yeah, it should not worry you. So you can definitely crack. So that's not, you can give at least an try to crack.
Right,
So
right.
that's not, yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's
So we can move to the next question, like does CGPA
yeah.
matter?
With respect to CGP, right? They have some minimal eligibility criteria. So if you are above 6.0, it is well and good. So what I
Hmm.
suggest, yeah,
Okay.
because they sometime if they have more and more applications, they look at. So actually, it's a 6. So if it's more than 6, it's good.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So is interview only about DSA problem solving?
Yeah. No, and that's what I told. No, it's not exactly the DSA. I mean, if you go to the second round, something like, if you are aiming for specialist role, then it will be having DSA and problem solving, and they will be having other questions, but they will be minimal, as we
Hmm.
discussed. But when it comes from the 3.6 lakh kind of interview, then it's not
Hmm.
so.
Okay.
They will ask the overall simple questions also. Even
Hmm.
they will ask some OH concepts and DBMS concept also. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And does programming language matter?
Program language. No, it doesn't matter actually. They
Hmm.
don't expect you to write in a particular language.
Hmm.
In whichever you are comfortable, you can write. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
But once you
So,
enter
but
the industry, I don't know.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
But even before also, I think in some cases there may be exceptions which candidates need to be aware. Like for InfyTQ, online round is like specific for only Python. But maybe afterwards, face to face will be for interview will be fine with any language because logic is more important. But the online round was only for Python, I think. And even sometimes, like in Samsung, Python was not allowed because there only Java or C++ will be there. So we should be aware beforehand so that we can brush up on those what are allowed.
Sometime some companies will fix that language. You can't even. Yeah.
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 We'll move on to like what are your suggestions before interview?
Okay, before interview, like, you should prepare your resume well. So that's the first thing. If you have, and sometimes, if you're not confident about something what you have put in the resume, please remove it out. So that's what I tell.
Hmm.
Sometime it will be very hard if the
Hmm.
person start asking you a question,
Hmm.
and if when you are describing your projects with see, sometimes people describe their projects very much lengthy, so it
Hmm.
looks like they have done so many things. So there, if they, and most of the time, right, we use some keywords. So some keywords there. So something like in machine learning also. So you have some keywords like I have done some convolution optimizations and all those things. So that time, if they know something about that topic, right, they start digging you. So that will be tricky. So you just try to keep the things very simple. So don't go elaborating there in the
Yeah.
writing. But when they ask, you can tell. That's not a problem. You'll be knowing something. But yeah, so unless and until you are confident with the terminologies, please don't put that. So that's what my suggestion.
Yeah.
So we got caught in some countries. That's why.
That's a really
So
good
yeah,
suggestion, because whatever
yeah,
mistakes we've done, we can just, if you share that to juniors, right, like they can avoid that.
yeah. That's right. That's right. So, but yeah, other than that, it's okay. Resume and all fine. Yeah, and preparation is like, yeah, it's you should be having the touch for your coding. That's all. So you have a lot of platforms, no lead code, hacker, and you get so many solutions in Geeks for Geeks. Geek for Geeks is something like it's very nice. Yeah, so that's what.
Yeah, we should like keep constant touch. Otherwise, if you cannot do it in last moment like other subjects.
Yeah, that's yeah. You should have some prepared plan. I mean, you should dedicate some time for it previously. I think you
Yeah.
can't do it within a day or 1 week.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
it will take
Months
some
of time.
minimal effort. Yeah, months of time. Yeah. If you
Right.
are if you are dedicated enough for every day for 4 to 5 hours, I think it's good enough to within 1 to 2 months. I think you can crack. It's not that.
Okay. So, what are your suggestions for a during interview?
Yeah, during the interview, so it's against the same standard rule, right? So go with nice dress. I mean, go with informals and shoe. So now I don't know because of COVID. So most of the interviews are happening in the home. Mm, so
Yeah, but
now,
it's still
so,
better to be on safer side. Like, still, you should be like looking
yeah,
we are like serious about that. It shows how serious we are about that opportunity.
yeah. Actually, some people really judge. Like, see, in our company, sometimes like so our seniors, and sometimes we will be getting some opportunity to interview others. So sometimes people judge you based on how you dress. So sometimes if you sit like see, I wear a t-shirt and I give a Skype interview. So if your camera is so clear, and see, sometimes people judge you. So how much importance you are giving for this interview, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So we should have
so
to be
that's like
serious, like if we really care about that opportunity, right? So, for example, one of my friend Vaishnav, right, for mock interview with each other, he used to come with formal dressing, like, and he used to treat me like a stranger. So
yeah,
yeah, it's
that's
important to be
that's
serious
really
of.
nice habit actually. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, because that show how dedicated you are, how ambitious you are to get that job. So that makes like see, so it,
Yeah.
it will motivate them to select you, something like that.
Yes. Yes.
It's yeah, that's what. And so now right, most of the time so because of the COVID, right, so it's better you should have you should sit and give interview in such a place where you are getting nice bandwidth. Because see why I'm telling this, because see the people who will be taking interview, right, so especially technical interviews, so most of the people get rejected in the technical interview side. Because see the thing is, the technical issues will be taken by the developers or some working staff of the company. So they will be scheduling the time apart from their work. So that time, right, it will be very hectic for them. So
Yes.
that time, if you are disconnecting and connecting so many times, if these kind of troubles are there, there is a chance they can even cancel the interview also, because they
Yeah.
will lose the focus on you. So that is because I have seen so many of those cases. That's why I'm suggesting. So please be
Yeah.
aware of the network issues, right? If you are not sure about the network, please have a Skype call over with your friends and just check the bandwidth, so how exactly it's going on. Because
Yeah.
so many people like see if they start the camera, their bandwidth get reduced, so just they can't we can't hear their talk, whatever they're like.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Like
should make
even
sure that
we
all
should
those
try
things
to
are
like
working.
at least compensate with a louder audio if there is any disturbance in background. We should try to avoid. Otherwise, we have to be
Yeah, yeah.
louder whenever we're talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So because of everything is converted to online right for now. So
Mm.
all these are becoming very key aspects. So
Mm.
because you are having as a one if you can miss that might be your golden opportunity. If you miss that opportunity, right? So it
Mm.
I think it will be difficult. That's why.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think
that's
we
all.
are
From the,
heading to
yeah.
the end of the session. Do you have anything else you want to share? Any personal experience?
Mm, yeah. Not much. Yeah, with respect to InfyTQ or Hack with Infy, right?
Mm.
Uh, it's a it's a really nice journey actually,
Mm.
because see, so most of the interviews it will happen in 1 day or 2 day. The first day you
Mm.
write the exam, second day you come out, so something like that. It will
Mm-hmm.
happen. I mean, I'm talking about the in-campus interviews.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to off campus, it will be first round, second, something like that. But the
Mm.
Hack with Infy is something. It's a different approach. So if you are
Mm.
good with your logical abilities, you can crack anything. It's something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That is one opportunity.
Yeah.
And there is another thing, like if you are not able to write the code, I mean, if you're not able to crack Hack with Infy, so there is
Mm.
another parallel way that you can go with InfyTQ. So
Mm.
that's a qualification exam, but based on that qualification exam, you can you have opportunity to give an interview. So you
Right.
can take that away. So yeah. So Infosys, it's really nice. Okay, I
Yeah.
think that's all I wanted to conclude with Hack with Infy and InfyTQ. And yeah, that's all. I mean, I don't have much
Mm.
personal
Yeah,
experience.
so even for me, it was like as a personal experience, a nice journey because it was one of the first opportunities we got for our old batch also. So we had a lot of new learnings in that journey, and that helped us for even further also.
Yeah. Actually, it will be the first company you approach usually, because they start at
Mm.
the end of sixth sem itself, or
Mm.
even at the start of the sixth sem, because most of the
Mm.
companies starts coming from seventh sem, right? So
Mm.
it will teach you a very good lesson. If they give
Mm.
job, it's good. If they don't give job, they will teach some lesson so that you can
Yes,
go ahead and learn something in the next interviews.
right. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Santosh, thank you for being with us. Looking forward to have you for your interview experiences with Toshiba and other companies that you have cracked. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
sure,
you.
sure. Thank you so much.
Bye.